topic today actually is a question that came in not long ago. Brian, you've been working with a lot of strength athletes, average Joes. You work with people all over the world, some back pain, others not back pain, people that are chasing ultimate performance, athletic enhancement, performance enhancement. But I'm going to give you a few reasons today why people don't get stronger, the mistakes that they make, the mistakes that I made, the mistakes that a lot of my colleagues have made, and things that I've learned over the last, I started lifting in 96, but I got really serious about lifting in like 97 or 98. For those that don't know, my name is Brian Carroll. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a McGill Method certified provider, having power lifted for over 21 years and ending on a high note of being the first person to squat over 1,300 pounds. I now work with people all over the world from both a virtual standpoint and in person here in Jacksonville, Florida, with injury, resilience, and performance enhancement. I'm not giving you medical advice. For more information, go to poweractstrength.com. Thank you so much. Enjoy this video. Here, I'm not giving you the YouTube trendy hacks and trendy things that are going on. I'm not a guru. I'm not someone that just started posting about strength content a couple years ago. I've been posting for a long time and writing for a long time and in the trenches for a long time. That doesn't mean that I know everything, but I do know a fake when I see one. I see a fraud, and I can pick it out. I see a weak guru that is just copy and pasting what they see other people do and say. I point it out. So the first reason why people aren't getting stronger is they're listening to the wrong person. They're listening to a weak, fake guru. Just because someone has fancy videos and editing and words that they use and know all the scientific terminology and jargon does not mean they know how to make someone stronger, or are their methods valid? Are they tried and tested? Yes, there's a big trend right now with the science-based strength training approach, like to Jeff Nippards and those types of people, which I think has a lot of validity to it. I think, and I'm going to elaborate on in another video a little bit more in depth, my thoughts on the science-based bodybuilding method, the diet method, the strength training method, everything that's so rigidly based only around the data versus real world validity, like a Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler is not so scientific. Like an Ed Cohn, in the powerlifting world, they just trained with progressive overload and got strong and huge and were the best in their field. So I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. You want to use the science, you don't want to disregard it, but you also want real world validity. So it's going to be somewhere in the middle is where I stay, kind of teetering back and forth. So we're constantly bombarded with cool new ways to train and trendy templates to follow. Advice from guys who've had one or two decent meets or competitions or lifts that they've done, and they try to capitalize on it. So in 1020 Life, that's my strength training book that I wrote back in initially in 2013, published in 2014, then revised in 2017. It's right here. And so in this book, I give you 6 questions that ask about your guru that I learned from Dave Tate. 6 fundamental questions that you need to ask about your guru. Who is their mentor? What have they done? And what is their education? There's particular questions that you should be able to answer about someone you're considering hiring before you hire them. Now, it's not just about education. It's certainly not just all about what they've done on the platform or on the stage or in the gym. It's going to be a combination of both. Are they a good communicator? So, reasons why you're not getting stronger. You're listening to the wrong guru. The key here, don't judge your guru by what he's done over the past 6 months. Take a look at the past decade of success. What have they done? Beware of gimmicks that fade away as quickly as the careers of the gurus who propagated them. Just a general example, fads come and go, but things like progressive overload, they don't go. The conjugate system, it doesn't go. These different tried and true strength approaches, not by someone that thinks they've reinvented the wheel after one powerlifting meet or two meets or one successful, client they've turned around. Looking for the answer to your sleepless nights, sore muscles, and better overall well-being? If so, PowerAct Strength CBD has you covered. All of our products are made of CBD isolate and have 0% THC, meaning there are no worries of failing a drug test or the worry of feeling high. With PowerAct Strength CBD, we offer a wide range of products and payment options to ensure you have the option that best fits your needs. Don't just take it from me. All of our reviews and client testimonials on our site speak for themselves. You can even get 20% off your order by using code YT1306 at checkout. Go to poweractstrengthcbd.com to order now so you can get back to sleeping, recovering, lifting, feeling, and being better. The second reason is you don't have a short-term plan intertwined with long-term wisdom. If you're going to the gym without a plan, you're just asking to fail. Now, I'm not saying you have to like have every little thing every time that you're, oh my gosh, I did 4 reps instead of 3 here on my assistants. The workout is ruined. Like, not that. I'm not talking about that, but have a general idea. Have some parameters that you're going to try to reach on that day as you're driving to the gym. Building a lifetime of strength. That's what 10-20 Life is about. 10 and 20 weeks at a time for a lifetime of positive momentum in training and in life. So it's 10-week blocks, 20-week blocks, but you recycle and change your assistance work, change your main movement, have deload staggered, all those things that you read about in 10-20 Life. It's about having a bigger picture plan. Small blocks at a time, 10 and 20 weeks. Otherwise, if you're just going there and winging it, I don't know if that's going to work all that well for the long term. Now, I do think it's good to wing it every once in a while if you're just finishing a meet or something like that, but doing it too much can get you off track. And so at the end of the day, you got to have a good reason. When I ask clients, like, why do you do that thing? And they're just like, I don't know. That's not a good reason, because it might just be kind of haphazard and random. Every time you step in the gym, there's something you should be trying to accomplish. A primer for the warm-up. In 10-20 Life, I talk about the warm-up system, a primer before you get under the bar. Dialing in the form issues. Maybe that's what you're going to work on during a cycle for a while. Work on your mobility or building stiffness, developing a better setup on the lifts, like getting tighter, getting stiffer. These are all things that you should be thinking about and have as far as a plan goes. So short-term plan, but with the overarching theme of what you want to accomplish in time. Addressing your weak points, man, that's a big one that you got to look at doing. So even the intention to get through your training sessions faster can make for a plan. Just building capacity, general physical preparedness, those things can be helpful. It's all pretty cut and dried in 10-20 Life. You have to evaluate where you are, do a true assessment. Where do you miss on the squat, the bench, the deadlift? Is your core weak? Can you not hold a plank for 1 minute? If you're trying to compete in powerlifting and you can't hold a plank for a minute, then you need to regress, in my opinion. If you can't do a side plank for a minute, you're getting ready for a powerlifting meet, you need to regress. If you can't do a back extension for a minute, then you probably need to regress and build the core. That's I don't understand how so many people don't have a long-term core plan for strength training. It's a complete afterthought in their planning. And a lot of the time, once they correct this, when I start working with someone, once they correct that weakness, the core endurance, whether it's anterior with the rectus and TVA, or it's a lateral core deficiency with internal and external oblique and TVA, or it's a spinal extensor. The rectors are weak. They have no endurance. You have spinalis, iliocostalis, longissimus, those big muscles that make up and go up your spine that help you stabilize and stiffen to be able to lift big load. Beware of gimmicks that fade away. Okay. Don't get caught into trying this one new thing because you see it on the internet and you want to go change your plan and go do that thing that day. A lot of wise people get tripped up by these things because it might be by a guru that has a name that has actually done really good work. The next thing you know, they've sold out and they're selling gimmicks. I don't want to like call anyone out, but there's people that did a really good job for a long time. And all of a sudden they're selling you this new plan that's going to completely change your life. You have to evaluate where you are, and you need a plan that gets you where you want to be every single day. Daily checklist. Chop wood, carry water every day. You got to do the stuff that you don't want to do. And a lot of the time, that's going to be core work and dialing in your form and deloading, doing the things that you need to do. This segues into the next thing. You don't have a long-term plan. All those short-term plans, those micro cycles turn into macro cycles. Building strength is a lifetime commitment. If you just have a 5-year powerlifting plan, I mean, that's fine, but why not look long term? If you want to do it for real and like seriously and all out, look at closer to like a 10-year plan. But I get not everyone can take powerlifting as serious as the next person, because you have a job and you have family and you have obligations, maybe an injury history. You need to have a long-term plan regardless of your endeavor, whether it's just to get pretty good at powerlifting or to be the best you can be, to achieve your ultimate human level, your ultimate human potential. the level that you can hit that is the ceiling. You have to be willing to sacrifice things. And that's what a lot of people don't want to know. They don't want to hear it. And what do I mean by sacrifice? Number one, your time. You got to sacrifice your time. And that's part of a long-term plan. You have to commit to something for a long time, even when you don't want to do it. You're going to have to sacrifice relationships at times. I'm not telling you to abandon your family and go pursue powerlifting. I'm saying that you're going to have to sacrifice your time with people and be strategic with when you train and when you give to the family and give to your friends. But something is going to give. The lifting is going to give, or some relationships are going to give.
Hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, like, subscribe, share, click the notifications because we drop videos twice a week. We also have a live stream every Friday where I answer your questions. Click below to see the latest video that we uploaded. Also, for our products, our CBD, our books that correspond with these videos, it's down in the description. For more information about all things Brian Carroll and Power Rack Strength, go to powerrackstrength.com. You can book a consult both virtually and in person with me. Enjoy your week, and thank you so much.